Welcome to Whole and Healthy Cooking with Chef Val. I'm Chef Valerie Wilson. I've been teaching healthy, whole foods cooking classes since 1997. I'm the author of 5 cookbooks, and you can find out about all I have to offer on my website, macroval.com. Today I'm going to teach you how to make tofu cheese ball. This is one of my favorite recipes. I make it every year for New Year's Eve, but you can make it any time of the year. It's a great snack, and it's very high in protein, and so it's fantastic for you. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to ferment 1 pound of tofu. This is so interesting to do this, all right? So let me walk you through the steps. First and foremost, I press the tofu. Now, I don't normally press tofu. There are a few recipes I press it for, and then most of the time I don't. And depending on the type of tofu you get, some tofus have more water, some have less. And so for this recipe, if you had a tofu that you know for sure has a lot of water in it, press it. But as you can see, and how do you press it? Okay, I just have 2 plates. I have the tofu in the middle, and I have some bowls on here to weigh it down. It's not that complicated. So you take the bowls off, you take the plate off, and then here's the tofu. Now, this is a firm, organic, fresh tofu, meaning that it was packed in water when I bought it in the refrigerated section, and it's firm, so it's going to hold together. Don't use the soft. You can't use the soft. And there is not that much water on my plate. I did press it, so there's a little bit of water, but not much, okay? And the reason behind this is you're going to naturally ferment this tofu, and so less moisture in it, then less chance of it spoiling on your countertop. Okay, now we're going to take the tofu, right, and we're going to cut it. Let's get a clean plate to start with. You're going to need a clean plate. I am going to cut the tofu right in half down the middle, okay? Just cut the tofu in half and then put it over on its side like this, and then you're going to cut the tofu in slices. I would say it's about 1/4 of an inch thick, right? Now, the other thing you're going to need is some dark miso. It has to be the dark colored miso because this has the salty flavor that you want, and this is going to actually ferment the tofu for you. Get yourself a knife. Now here's the plate we're going to ferment it on. First thing you're going to do is you're going to spread a thin layer of miso on the plate, okay? So when you're working with this and you're fermenting the tofu, you want the miso to be in a thin layer. If you make it too thick, then your end product's going to be really salty. You put the slice of tofu there, and you put the slice of tofu there, and then you spread the miso on top of that layer. Basically, the idea behind this is that you're going to cover all the tofu with a very thin layer of miso, and that way the tofu won't spoil because you're going to leave this on your countertop overnight. Yeah, you're going to leave this on your countertop for at least 8 hours. And so you keep building it. You take another slice of the tofu, another slice of the tofu, and you put it on there like so. And then you just keep frosting it. I call it, it's like frosting a cake, you know? But again, you want a thin layer, okay? Don't go too thick. Your end product will be salty, all right? But you do want to make sure that it is all covered. Okay. Now, growing up as a kid, my mom made tofu cheese balls. I loved them. As a matter of fact, my parents' anniversary is on New Year's Eve, and so we would always have a party at my parents' house, and Mom would fix all these delicious snacks, and the tofu cheese ball was always my favorite, and it was, I think, made with some type of cream cheese and cheddar cheese. And so when I changed my diet to all healthy, organic, whole foods, vegan, I just had to create a version of this tofu cheese ball. And the way that you have to do it, you have to have some type of cheese substitute. Well, cheese is a fermented food. Cheese is salty to the taste. And cheese is high in fat, right? So when we get to the next step after this ferments for 8 hours, we are going to add some more fat to it, but not much, just a little bit of fat. You don't need a lot of fat, just a little bit, okay? So we're adding on here. We're almost done to all the layers. I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 layers, okay? Just so you know, I got 6 layers. And you want to make sure that you cover all the layers with the miso. For more information about the health benefits of tofu, you can watch my video all about tofu. For more information about miso, how it's made, the health benefits of miso, watch the video all about miso. Tells you everything you need to know. On the Patreon group, there's lots of cooking videos and instructional videos and informative videos that tell you about the health benefits of all the foods that I use in my cooking. Okay, so now that we have all the layers with miso, now we need to do the sides, like you're frosting a cake, all right? You want to do the sides, like you're frosting a cake, and you want to cover all the sides. So when you decide you want to make this tofu cheese ball, you better decide the day before, because this needs to ferment for about 8 hours. Now, I always just leave it on the countertop overnight. And then I usually don't do it right away. This usually sits on my countertop for 12 hours, to tell you the truth. I mean, you can make the tofu cheese ball within 8 hours, but it's not going to hurt it if you go 12 hours, okay? So again, this is where you get some expertise in just frosting. You want to make sure that all of the edges have a little bit of this miso on it. So again, it doesn't go bad as it sits on the countertop, all right? So that's what it looks like right there. Let me show you. So we got all the layers covered with miso, okay? And then what you do is I just take another plate and just put it on top. So it's loosely covered. You don't need to seal it or make it covered tight or anything like that. Room temperature, 8 to 12 hours, okay? All right, so when we come back, I will add the rest of the ingredients and we'll form it into the tofu cheese ball. So make sure you watch part 2 so you get the rest of the recipe.